Elon Musk just twittered that Tesla produced 1 million cars. The 1 millionth car just got rolled out of the production tent as of these pictures, and you can see it's a Model Y in red color. What a beautiful car. It just got produced and manufactured and will be delivered in the next days to the customer. But now comes the message. What about if we can see, okay, if this is the 1 millionth car and we know how much they produce until 2019 and until end of 2019, then we can exactly calculate how much cars produced in the first 3 months, and therefore maybe we know if the Q1 2020 for Tesla will be a flop or a win. So therefore, without further ado, let's go into the calculations.
Wolf of Dubai.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much for clicking on this video. Like and subscribe if you're new here. I'm vlogging every single day. Now let's talk about Tesla. As we know, when Tesla produces vehicles, almost every single car gets immediately sold because they are produced in batches and then they're getting sold or getting into showrooms or other galleries where they get displayed or as test driving cars. Now, what happened in Q4 last year was actually that Tesla sold everything what they had in inventory and everything what was possible. So literally all the galleries, all the showrooms was completely empty, especially in this high volume markets like Europe, Asia or US. Now we just got the news that Tesla produced its 1 millionth car, and therefore this says that actually Tesla produced from 2012 until now 1 millionth car. Okay, 1 million cars were produced and sold. Now, if we know how much they sold until the end of 2019, then we know exactly how much produced in the period of the 1st of January until somewhere about the first quarter of March, which is great because then, we can do some calculations, which we will do here, and know how much cars are getting pushed out to clients. So I did a little bit of research and this is the findings. So first, to check out how much cars they actually sold and produced, we need to look how much cars Tesla sold, because this is the number that is somewhere out there, and I googled it and I could find it at Wikipedia. And at Wikipedia it states, at the end of 2019, Tesla's global sales since 2012 totaled over 891,000 units. Year over year, Tesla vehicle sales from 2017 to 2018 increased by 280%. Now this we know because Tesla is all about that growth, but if we are calculating the same, that would be 1 million cars that we know were produced since ever, minus 891,000 units ever sold and therefore also produced 109,000 units. And you see by my reaction that this is good. This is really pretty good, because usually last year in the Q1 the numbers were actually somewhere around 60,000-70,000. So this means a really highly increase. And now people might say, hey, is this even possible that they produce so much cars, 109,000? Let's have a look onto the last quarter. So this is the Tesla Q4 2019 delivery and production numbers, and therefore you see a total of 104,000 units was manufactured and 1,012 was delivered. So you can see the production number of Tesla actually almost outgrew the deliveries that they actually did in Q4, which was a record quarter. And now we have to understand that, is this even possible? Is this realistic? Or are we doing some mathematical problems here? Obviously, this is all based on some open information on the internet, and therefore nothing confirmed by Tesla except the 1 million cars. And therefore, I believe this can be, misassumed, but this is numbers we can, as an investors, we can work around to see how the Q1 can be potentially be. Now, let's talk about this 109,000 units. Now, if we are looking into this 109,000 units by an average price, I would say of $50,000, because we have the Model Y, which is like $50,000-$60,000. We have the Model S and X, and then we have lots and lots of Model 3 that are going out and being produced. And then we have the Model 3 in China that are getting also produced and delivered, which also comes to all these numbers. So if we have this 109,000 times an average price of 50,000, we have about $5 billion in revenue, more than that, $5.5 billion in revenue. This is amazing, guys. If this is true, just nearly hit that number, then actually we will see a really, really amazing quarter, because we will dive into the numbers also right quick here. However, you have to consider also a couple of things. Even if this number is too much, this is a number from the very first days of March. And also you have to consider that we have now the huge production facility in the US that producing a lot of cars. Then we have the one in China as well that producing lots and lots of cars. And therefore, you can imagine that to all this together, by the selling price, the average selling price, that it's quite high at this moment, because also the China Gigafactory producing first the high price Model 3s like the 4-wheel drive, so therefore we can imagine and estimating this kind of numbers. However, though, there is a kind of playground here, and actually this number can even be higher, though I took the number that was actual as of this numbers by the first part of March. Now we have still the 3 weeks ahead from this number, and still this can be a margin of safety here, so we can assume of this. And I think if those numbers are correct, then we should be very, very pretty close to that. And I'm very, very exciting about the Q1. If these numbers are true, then we will see a really profitable quarter. So you can see a $5.5 billion in revenue for Q1 would be really exceptional, because we did 6.368 in Q4 2019, which was absolutely ridiculous. But also we did 3.7 in Q1, where we did a loss of around $500 million. And therefore, if this is more, almost double the revenue, plus energy, plus other things that are currently ongoing, I think that, this can be really, really interesting for Tesla. And therefore, I believe this could be one of the best Q1s that we have ever seen with Tesla. And therefore, I hope you enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments below, how you think, how you calculate how many cars being sold. We still need to wait for a couple of numbers, but think about that I also checked the delivery of European sites of Tesla, and they all said, in this Q1 you will not get any cars on hands if you order now. The Middle Eastern delivery was first for beginning of 2020 for the Model 3, and then was pushed to another May, and now it's even June. So this makes me think that there's first a lot of demand, and there's first a lot of orders that are being served first in other regions, because they are first delivering, regions like Europe or US, and then going out to, let's say, secondary regions like the Middle East, though the orders of the Model 3 must be very good. This is what, at least what I could find out by visiting visiting the Tesla store here in Dubai. The video is here on this channel if you want to check it out. However, you know, let me know and let me have a like from you guys and subscribe, of course, too. Don't miss any other Tesla vlogs in the future. And therefore, thank you very much, and order your Model Y. Don't forget to order your Model Y.